What a lovely blemish that's coming through now. Hello. That's new. Hey there, dreamers. It's me, Jacqueline. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to Dreams of Music and Makeup, or welcome here. If this is your first video with me, consider subscribing for 2 beauty videos a week. I would love to have you. And today, I thought we would compare 2 very talked about concealers that are both claiming to be full coverage on my face. I actually have 2 different concealers on. I hope you can't notice, actually, because I do have people to see today and things to do in my normal person life, so hopefully this looks pretty seamless for you. We have the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer in Waterproof. I picked up the shade Light Neutral. They had previously only had warm and cool undertones of these. I'm more of a neutral leaning warm. This I still think is rather peachy for what it is. I also have the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Almond. Half an ounce of concealer for $29, which I think is pretty great. I thought we would compare these 2 full coverage concealers in an all-day wear test. I will show you guys me applying them as well as my initial thoughts, and then we will kind of check in throughout the day and see how they're holding up. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you are excited to see these 2 compared side by side, give this video a thumbs up. That does help me out a ton. If you guys would like to support my channel and you would like to help see it grow, the best way to do that is just to interact, whether that's liking, commenting, all of the above. Doing that as much as possible will help other people to find my channel. That means more new ideas, more new content for you guys. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. So consider giving back to this channel by sharing with your friends. Let's dive into the application portion of this video. Darcy. Again, you're imagining. This one is slightly more peachy, which on my skin tone looks slightly more orange, though that can be more helpful for more blue under eye pigmentations. I think the almond is a better skin tone match for me, but that's as close a match as I could get for the 2 colors. We are going to test them out against each other. I'm going to use the Born This Way concealer on some blemishes as well and see how that holds up. You can see I have a couple of blemishes popping through on a couple of areas. That is lovely. I used this concealer yesterday just to get a first kind of impression and get an idea of how much product to use, that sort of thing. And I don't think I applied quite enough because I didn't have this nice of coverage, but man, I really like that. Let's go ahead and apply the Ulta Beauty under this eye. Looks really nice too. I would say this one has just a smidge less coverage because I can see a little bit more of this under eye poking through it. Well, actually, if I tilt, I can see it on this eye too. Essentially, this coverage, it makes it look more smooth here, whereas on this side, you can still see this minor discoloration here. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more of the Ulta concealer. That looks better to me. All right, I'm gonna powder my under eyes using some RCMA No Color powder. Now that the rest of my face is set with powder, I did want to show you guys really quickly, these swatches on my hand did dry down. The Too Faced one I had to kind of blot off because it just wasn't drying and I was gonna get it all over myself. But the Ulta Collection one dried down significantly darker to what it looked like originally swatched. I'm not seeing that too drastically on my skin, but I did want to show that to you guys here in case that's something you experience or you deal with concealers. I'm going to go apply some face makeup stuff and then I'll check in with you. When I'm looking at the 2 side by side, just to refresh your memory, I do have the Born This Way on this side and the Ulta Full Coverage on this side. It looks to me like this one could have used a little bit of extra coverage just dabbed right on this well of my under eye. It did not look like it needed any more coverage. What happened was after I set both under eyes down with powder, this one darkened somehow, or it started to peek through, because at that point I could see this tiny hint of darkness right above my finger. I'm frustrated about that, so I'm going to touch up with just a little bit of powder. And someone might feel like this is messing with our wear test, and if so, I'm very sorry. But the reality is, I would rather make this a teaching moment and teach you guys how to fix a problem that you might have with your makeup, and just ignore this one section of how the concealer wears. What I'm going to do is reach for my NYX Banana HD Finishing Powder, and I'm going to brighten the area this way. I don't want to add any more creams since this has been set with powder and a significant amount of powder. I'm going to apply a little bit of this light colored powder and kind of buff this in. I'm just using a crease blending brush because this will be more precise than like an under eye setting powder. I'm just adding that right there. See how that brightens up that depth? That's all I need. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit on this side just so that they match in tone. I'm just going to blend those edges. Now it doesn't look like I have different coverage levels on my two eyes. The reality is we all have makeup faux pas. We all have stuff that comes up throughout the day that makes us look not our best. So I would rather empower you to deal with that than just keep a somewhat crummy looking makeup look and let it continue to get crummier for the sake of a video. So while we'll keep in mind that I did touch up with a little bit of brightening powder under my eyes, I think that both concealers are doing well at this point. I am not noticing any breaking up around like my inner corner or anything like that. There's no fading of excuse me. Anyone else like this where after you have dairy you just have like weird gunk in your throat? I'm not having any color fading on my lower lash line, though the concealer is the only primer that I do have down there on both sides. So it's really staying true to color at this point. I'm really happy with that. I'm also happy with the level of coverage that's still on my blemishes. So I do have this blemish did have one tiny opening. That's the only part that's uncovered by my concealer, which is understandable. I don't think that's unique to this formula. That's just concealers in general. And this lovely little number has started to develop, or has at least gotten angrier. I think since we added a tiny bit of coverage on the Ulta side and did not do that on the Too Faced side, I think that it's fair to say that the coverage level is very, very comparable for that reason. So since we are seeing some darkness where we didn't layer additional coverage, I think that's fair to say. At this point, I think they're in equal standing. I will continue to check in with you as I can. It is approximately 3:30. If you guys are at all interested in the rest of this face of makeup, I am filming a dupe video for the color products on my face, as well as an eye tutorial on the look that you're looking at. So if those interest you, make sure you are subscribed and click that bell so you are notified whenever those videos do come up. As I am filming these all on the same day, I do not yet know what order they will be posted in. So see you at my next check-in. I am headed out the door to an event that I am attending, but I just wanted to check in one last time with you. And apparently so does Bentley. You want to check in too? Yeah. This is Bentley. Bentley would like to check in as well. He just jumped on my lap, so I thought he wanted to join for this video. But anyway, I just wanted to check in and let you know that we're kind of at the same place with the concealer. I'm not having any like creasing or breaking up, nothing like that. So if anything changes, I will be sure to update you guys in that description box down below. I am not anticipating filming when I get home, but I hope you enjoyed this wear test and tryout video. If you had a different experience than me, please leave your thoughts down below, as well as your skin type so that we can compare accurately. Alrighty, dreamers, that pretty much wraps up this concealer comparison video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you own both of these concealers? I would love to hear your thoughts in comparison, if they are similar or different to mine. Also, let us know your skin type when you are letting us know these things. That's incredibly helpful for recognizing if your information is viable for a certain individual reading it or not. So definitely include your skin type if you are talking to us about product recommendations down below. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a thumbs up for me down below. Share this with someone you think might enjoy it as well. That's a huge help around here. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video.